wrapped up our meeting and I kind of wanted to just check in with you guys a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I did want to do one quick unboxing. This came in the mail yesterday and I'm super excited to check it out. Ever since I started my channel back up in March, I've been able to meet some incredible new people here on YouTube who are kind of like in the same grind of working a 9-to-5 alongside trying to grow a channel. And one of those people is Selena Trevino. You guys might have heard of her, and if you haven't, you should go ahead and check out her channel. She's an economist as well as a YouTuber, and she does a variety of content that I've really come to enjoy. I met her through my friend Jenna, who I've talked about before, and it's just so amazing that I've had the opportunity to meet those two right here on YouTube. Anyway, Selena launched her own line of merch not too long ago. Besides vlogging her 9-to-5 stuff, she is also all about like body positivity, so not just fitness, but also loving your body in all its shapes and sizes and seasons of life, I guess. I got the long sleeve in maroon. The front says all bodies are good bodies, and it's really awesome. I'm really excited to wear this. I think it might be a little too long on me. It's either because I have a shorter torso or because I'm just shorter in general. I'll probably wear this to the gym just to layer on top of my clothes, just like my other Gymshark long sleeve. I really love the font and the font style on this. Some of my thumbnails kind of have like this style where the font just has the outline and it's like kind of hollow. But yeah, if you guys would like to shop Selena's merch, I will link this in the description down below. Alright you guys, before I hop back into the queue, I just wanted to quickly talk about my career switch and kind of what went into it. I've talked a little bit about this before, but a few people have reached out to me recently talking about how they also went through a career switch recently. So I figured I'd do a little bit of a refresh, and maybe this might be like the last time I talk about this career switch in a while, because I feel like I bring it up quite often. Which just makes sense because it's a pivotal part of my story. You know, I usually tell people like I got my bachelor's degree in exercise science / kinesiology, and they're like, well, what do you do now? And I'm like, I'm a technical support engineer. And they're like, how did you get from point A to B? Anyway, if you guys are new here, you just didn't know this about me, I'm a technical support engineer working 100% fully remote, and I work for a fintech company. I did go to school for exercise science / kinesiology with a minor in computer science like I had mentioned. And if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more about my college experience, I did do a college Q&A, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. My job essentially comes down to 3 things. I help developers use our products, and from time to time, I help lead projects. And these projects range from just being within our team to working across other teams like with growth or with the product team and so on and so forth. I've been in this position for about 6 months, and I think the meat of what I've been doing is really investigating bugs. Prior to switching to tech, I was in healthcare and I was heavily pursuing a doctorate in physical therapy. I switched careers due to COVID. I was actually in the middle of doing my requirements for grad school and finishing up some of my volunteer hours, but then COVID hit and hospitals weren't allowing volunteer hours, and I know that some hospitals or some clinics were allowing virtual hours, or some PT schools even waived the number of hours that you had to meet in order to apply for PT school. But I just didn't feel like it was right for me to apply to PT school without having any hands-on experience, especially in a hospital setting, because that was what I was actually really interested in. So in the beginning of last year, I decided to completely pivot and just do a 180 on my career, and I told myself in January of 2021 that I was gonna pursue front-end development and become a front-end developer or a full-stack developer. From there, I started to look into boot camps, and I also started to look into just positions in general in tech, whether it's administrative work or it's entry-level jobs, just whatever is out there. And then I landed on this opportunity with my current company because of a good friend of mine who referred me. He told me about the job and a little bit about support engineering in general, and that you don't need to be in the code base all the time. You just need to learn how to troubleshoot, and you need to be willing to learn. So of course I hopped on this opportunity and I tried to learn as much about the company as I could. And when I found that it was actually a really good fit for me and I was deeply interested in the company, then that's when we decided to move forward. And then the next step after that was to have a one-on-one with the recruiting coordinator. The interview process was like a whole process, and there was a technical part of it, but I think from what I learned in undergrad, it was enough to get me to pass the technical, and here I am today actually working for the company. I would say that it has been a wild ride, and the number one tip that I have for anybody switching from healthcare to tech, or from tech to healthcare, or from one career to another, is to leverage the skills that you already have in order to excel in your new career. A lot of people who want to switch over into tech think just because I'm not good at math, or I don't have a degree in computer science, or I don't have enough experience, think that they can't get a job in tech, but that is absolutely false. First of all, there's a lot of tech companies nowadays that don't require a computer science degree. They take people who come from boot camps, they take self-taught people, they take people who are certified. It all really just depends, but from what I've seen so far, it seems like a lot of companies, although they do value the technical aspect, they also value your overall well-roundedness as a person in general. Overall, the number one question I get a lot when I talk to people about my career switch is whether or not I think I would still go back to physical therapy school, and my answer to that is maybe. I'm genuinely enjoying where I'm at. I feel like I have so much to learn, but I would be lying if I said I didn't think about it from time to time. I will admit that physical therapy is definitely a lot more fulfilling than being in an engineering role because you just get that hands-on, direct patient customer care experience that, you know, you don't get in engineering. Most of the time in engineering, you're working with fellow engineers, and even if you're working across different teams, it's just not the same as being able to impact somebody's life so directly. Nevertheless, I'm really happy where I'm at. My previous jobs all consisted of like retail and customer service and just direct customer facing or patient facing like jobs. And so it's kind of nice to be able to take a break from all of that and to just be able to work, I don't know, I guess in corporate. That's my little tidbit on switching careers. I don't regret it one bit, and I'm actually really happy to be where I'm at right now. And I'm really excited, and I hope that I can ride out this excitement for as long as I can within my career. And when, you know, the fire dies and I feel like it's time to make another switch, then, you know, I will do that. But I don't actually see that happening for a couple years or so. I'm just saying, I don't want anybody to feel like they're limited to just one career for the rest of their life because of Lord knows what reason. I feel like you always have a choice to switch to whatever you want. Of course, it's gonna take a lot of hard work in order to make that work. Sometimes you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. I just don't want anybody feeling stuck in their current job because they feel like they can't switch to something else because of any reason, like at all. So it definitely wasn't easy, but it also wasn't impossible. I think that this career switch just really came at a really good time in my life. I think it was, you know, meant to be. I always tell my friends I feel like it's like divine intervention. If you guys have any questions at all, or if this resonated with you at all, please do let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know if anybody else has switched, or if anybody else is thinking about switching, or just your thoughts in general about career switches or having a career in tech. Okay, I'm gonna head back into work for a couple of hours, and then I'm gonna try to do some errands and things here, probably clean up a little bit in the house. I am also doing some laundry, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, checking in. I'm almost done with work. Let me turn down my music. I've been listening to Christmas music literally all day. Anyway, I'm wrapping up a few things for work, and I told myself that I wanted to dedicate at least 30 minutes to kind of just doing a reflection. I have my one-on-one with my manager tomorrow, and we are actually going to be talking about career development. Like I said earlier in this video, I've been working for this company for 6 months, and typically performance reviews aren't really until like your entire year is up, but my manager said that he wanted to prep for that performance review. So we're gonna have a conversation tomorrow about just where I see myself in the next year or so and just my goals moving forward. The thing about tech that could be good and bad is the fact that it's always changing, but in terms of like being an employee and career development, there's always room for growth. So I feel like when I was pursuing physical therapy, I had a straight line when it comes to my vision for the future, what I wanted to specialize in. I mean, within physical therapy itself, there's very many branches and specialties, but I feel like for the most part, I was so familiarized with it that I didn't have to think about it too much. I just kind of hoped that I would get the experience that I needed in the field, and then I would specialize later on in life. But now that that's not what I'm doing, it's I'm kind of having to take a step back. Like I said, tech moves so fast that I really don't know where I'm gonna be in a year. But my hope is that I will still be with this company because I generally like the culture and I generally like the people that I work with. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for our career development talk tomorrow. With that said, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here, but I hope you guys enjoyed Vlogmas Day 4. I know it's not very exciting, but I'm glad that I could take you guys along with me and talk a little bit more about my career than I usually do. This guy is asking for attention, like... I feel like coffee is definitely like a must in tech culture, so go ahead and comment coffee down below and just let me know your thoughts overall about today's Vlogmas and today's vlog. And last but not least, I do have a poll up on my community tab and I'm just asking you guys what you would like to see from me next. I would really appreciate it if you go ahead and participate in that poll. I'm also super open to other Vlogmas ideas, so if you guys have any suggestions or any video ideas that you'd like me to do, holiday related or not, leave it in the comments down below as well. As always, thank you guys so much for supporting me and supporting this channel, and that wraps up Vlogmas Day 4. I'll see you guys for Dogmas for Vlogmas Day 5. Bye.